Hi guys, today I want to talk about square roots. Notice that I have 4 blocks right here. I want to go ahead and organize these blocks to make a square. How can I do that? Well, let's see. If I line them up just like this, I have a square, and the sides of the square are 2, right? So each side is 2. That means that if I wanted to write this out, I could write it as a multiplication. 2 times 2 equals 4. But we started with the number 4. So is there some kind of rule that takes 4 and turns it back into 2? Well, yes, there is. That's called a square root. So the square root of 4 is 2. Another way of looking at it is if I had 4 blocks, what is the side of a square with 4 blocks? And that is 2. Let's try that again. What if I have 6 blocks? Oops, 9 blocks this time. What if I have 9 blocks? Is that a square so far? No, but let's go ahead and rearrange them. So I have 1, 2, 3 blocks that I just rearranged. And now we can see that the sides are 3. So what times what makes 9? Well, the answer is 3. And based on what we just learned, we could also write this as square root of 9 equals 3. Let me fix that 3. Okay, let's try one more. What if I have, let's say 16 blocks? So here I have 9, and now I have 18. That's too many. I'll just take away a couple of these. What do the sides have to be to make a square with 16 blocks? Well, let's rearrange them and see. So the sides have to be 4. And again, this is the same number times itself. 4 times 4 is 16. Or square root of 16 equals 4. All right, so if you know that square root of 16 equals 4, can you also find the square root of 25, 36, 49, and 64? I'll give you a moment to do that. Okay, so if you got square root of 25 is 5, square root of 36 is 6, square root of 49 is 7, and square root of 64 is 8, you are correct. Because 5 times 5 is 25, 6 times 6 is 36, 7 times 7 is 49, and 8 times 8 is 64. If we want to make a rule for this, then we could say if we see a number times itself, and we take the square root of that, then it's just the number. I'm using A as a placeholder for any number. So a number times itself, and you take the square root of that, that's just the number. Another way of writing this is A squared square root. And a square and a square root are what we call inverses. Since they're inverses, it's like they cancel each other out. One example of an inverse is if I get really cold and I put on a jacket, if I take off the jacket, that would be the inverse of putting on the jacket. So square and square root cancel out, and the answer is A. So if you ever see that, a square and a square root, or a number times itself, in both cases, it's just the number. All right. Hope you learned something from square roots today, and I'll see you next time.